Hey guys, this video is going to be about this YouTuber named Antonio Talks. Um, uh, you know, he made a video called Gordon Ramsay Gets Called Out for the Unhygienic Practices. And, we're going to react to the video. And, yeah, let's go.
Ramsay. If you didn't, he's this 5-star Michelin chef, and through cooking shows, this man has become a star. Now, as of late, though, Gordon has been in some controversy, and one of his restaurants.
Forgot.
Fair use. Fair use.
Back in London, a woman noticed something very unhygienic about this restaurant. So right here is caption: reason number 4 not to eat at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Dog is allowed to pee and poop inside. Manager said it's fine. We left. Rightfully so. This is crazy. So as y'all can see, it's a dog pee pad in the middle of the, you know what I'm saying, dog? Cute little dog, by the way, but come on, man. Some people got to understand that everybody's not an animal or dog person, especially not when they're using the bathroom with air and it's gonna, like, that is disgusting. That is just truly disgusting, especially when you're out at a restaurant with food everywhere. How as a person doing it, how could you think that's fine? How could the manager say it's fine? But this is insane. And yeah, I don't know if anybody else.
Dog using a wee wee pad in a restaurant.
I'm trying not to laugh, but yeah, it is disgusting.
Gordon Ramsay Pizza Restaurant in London. I want to tell you guys, never come eat here. I'm sitting at this restaurant enjoying a beautiful evening with my husband and my newborn baby, and I look up and I see some woman with her dog on a wee wee pad taking a piss in a shed. I tell the patron, the lady who's working, the waitress, whatever, about this. She doesn't do anything about it. The manager was there the entire time. He said nothing. I still paid the bill. But I'm telling you now, do not come to this restaurant. They allow dogs to shit and piss where you are eating. Beyond disgusting for a Gordon Ramsay London restaurant where he's from. It's disgusting.
This is kind of like a chickens coming to roost type of moment for Gordon Ramsay. I don't watch him a lot, but through the clips I've seen, he's always on somebody's neck talking rude to them if they restaurant ain't up to par. So now he's faced with the same type of controversy. All that stuff you dishing out about people restaurant, you got to be able to take it back. But his response is very telling, bro. And not to bring anything about race into this, but maybe it's because a black woman called him out. He felt to, talk back like this.
So apparently Ramsay has uploaded a video in which he is making fun of and mocking the situation that happened at his London restaurant on Friday.
Hey Gemini, can this dog come to Street Pizza tomorrow night, please, for supper? Bruno? Tilly, what do you think?
A dog wearing a diaper, really? A dog wearing a... Okay. That is disgusting. Listen. Leviticus 11:27. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, that go on all four, that go on all four, those are unclean, unclean, unclean unto you. Whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean until the even. That means when they're alive or dead. So paws. What animals have paws? It's not gonna tell you. Right. We all know what animals have paws. Dogs. Cats. Just type it, right? Animals with paws. Cats, tigers, dogs, foxes, wolves, bears, raccoons, weasels, otters, lions, bobcats, coyotes, badgers, squirrels, rats, mice, porcupines, skunks. Yep. So, yeah. And yes, you can't touch a dog. You can't buy a dog. Because they're unclean. They carry parasites. They can give you a parasite And cats, all these animal paws are dirty. They give you a parasite. Right? How many parasites do dogs carry? Dogs freely suffer from a variety of parasites, with over 36% of dogs and up to 52% in certain regions harboring at least one major intestinal worm. The most common types of worms include roundworms, hookworms, whipworms, tapeworms, heartworms, including Protozoa like Giardia and Coccidia. External parasites such as fleas, ticks, and mites are also disgusting. And so if you have a dog, I would, well, if you had it for a long time and only got 5 more years left, just try not to touch it as much. Keep it very clean, deworm the dog, and when it's dead, don't get another one. If you have a new dog, puppy, whatever, you do the same thing, or you just go ahead and give it back for adoption. Because you don't want those parasites. And break the commandment too. If you have a spouse has a dog, just don't touch it. Just tell them to take care of it. Me, I live in a house where my parents have a dog. So, it's not mine. And when I get my own place, I'm not going to have any, but it's theirs. So, there's nothing I can do. I have just stay away from it, right? Wash my hands, But if you're a person that lives on your own, you have a dog, just know you're breaking that commandment or that law, right? That verse. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Man, yay, bro.
Stitch my TikTok video with a dog laughing about it is beyond appalling. I will never go to another Gordon Ramsay restaurant as long as I live. Having TMZ run a factually incorrect story on me was not on my 2026 bingo card, but here we are. Let's talk about it. There were so many falsehoods in this, it's not even quality journalism. 2 women walked in with their dogs in a bassinet baby stroller. The dog was licking the table. From the moment they walked in, it had not been 5 minutes before she put the wee-wee pad on the floor and started to encourage the dog to relieve himself. From my seat, where I said, hey, what's going on? This is unsanitary. She kept comparing her puppy to my newborn baby. She said, repeat.
I'm so tired of that, bro. I recently did a video where I talked about how I used to have 3 dogs, right? Me and my wife, before we had our kids, we had 3 dogs. One dog was from her brother. We took her in, and then we had 2 small toy poodles. And in that video, I stated how after we had our twins, right? We didn't expect to have 2 babies at one time. Things got overwhelming, so we gave the dog back to her brother, and we gave the puppies to trusted people. I had a good section of people.
Right, so if you have a dog, right, and you learn about this commandment. Now, if it's not your dog, there's nothing you can do about it, right? I'm in a house where it's not my dog. But if you have a dog, or a cat, or a porcupine, squirrel, whatever you got, anything with paws, right? You just do what he said. Give it away. Just give it away. He don't know about this commandment. About to comment on this video. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and comment on this video right now. Let y'all see it. But give it away so you can avoid this, breaking this law right here. Alright, just give it away like he did. He gave it away because it's dirty. But the Most High already said it was dirty. So, let's go ahead and comment. Leviticus 11:27. I spelled it wrong. dog, cat. Yep.
When they're trying to make me sound like a bad person because I prioritize my kids over. So it was crazy. People like, oh, you just gave them away. Bro, they was given away to trusted people with food and resources. But I have to prioritize my children. You know what I'm saying? And what people just got to understand, man, the harsh truth is that, yes, human life is more valuable than animal life. And this is coming from a person that's plant-based. I'm caring as hell with animals, but at the end.
But here's the thing. This is a beast. It literally says this. Okay. I gotta find it. It says it's a beast. So.
At the end of the day, I know that a human life is more important than a dog life. A lot of y'all be trying to treat these little dogs like human beings. No, they are animals. But that don't mean you gotta mistreat them, but they are still animals. You gotta put, you know what I'm saying? They gotta know their place.
Repeatedly. Your baby shits and pisses all the time whenever it wants. What's the difference between my puppy, my dog? She kept comparing her puppy to my newborn baby.
Yeah,
For TMZ, crazy. We demanded to move tables. We were moved, and that was it. That never happened. We never demanded to move tables. We demanded that service and the manager address the patron. The manager told me, and I quote,
"That's what we can do. We cannot control animals."
"That's awful. So you want us to pay the full bill?" "We're not. You're going to remove the service charge." "We cannot control the animals, ma'am." And then he gave me a bill, the full bill, with the 15% service charge added on. To which I said, I am not paying the service
Rightfully
charge.
so.
Manager did not care. We paid the full bill. There was no discount given to us, nor did we ask for a discount. We paid the entire bill. Nobody at any time apologized for our experience. Nobody cleaned or sanitized the area in which the wee-wee pad was in while we were there. When you go to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, at minimum, you expect basic customer care, basic hygiene. Those are the two things you expect at minimum. My feeling is none of that was there that night. TMZ at no point has reached out to me. I've had multiple media outlets reach out to me to speak to me. TMZ has not reached out to me. They at no time requested my side of the story. There's some magic eyewitness that was there and who saw everything, which none of that happened based on their account. TMZ, you keep calling me the woman. It's Giselle Cadet. Gizzellecade.
Put some respect on it.
Get it right.
Y'all check out her page, though. She stood on business. I respect it, dog. But yeah, dog, this situation is crazy. And, I just find it so funny, man, that a lot of European descent people, white people in America, Caucasian people worldwide, they love to talk about people being dirty. Like, we always see little dog whistle statements of them making fun of people that eat with their hands. Oh, it's unsanitary. It's this, it's that. But these these be the same people eating burgers, hot dogs, and shit with y'all hand. I see a lot of talk about Indians. They always trying to call Indians so dirty, so nasty. Like, if you just scroll through social media and see a post about India, but they be on their ass. You know what I'm saying? They could be doing anything and people talking about them just being dirty. But you will come across posts of, you know, grape crushing festivals where these people are stomping on grapes barefoot and nobody's saying anything. It just shows you the double standard of this white dominated society.
Okay, so now we're gonna show the Moors. Wild man. Right? People want to know why they don't mind having dogs, and because even my parents and the people I know that have the dogs, right? They don't do none of this stuff. Or my family, that's what I'm gonna say. My family, that's what I was trying to say. Look, see who the Moors have to see? You see this nasty stuff? Look at all that hair on his body. Look who the Moors had to fight against. The medieval European people, right? Nasty MFs. Right? The wild men. When they met the Moors, right? They had to put where's that picture at? Right? I'm just trying to tell you there's history of them being nasty all the time. Right? So it's nothing has changed. Uh-oh.
Society. And this is a prime example of, like, come on, bro, that shit was disgusting. And I ain't really see too many people speaking out about it. But could you imagine if there was a black restaurant or, you know, this and that? Even in 2026, man, a lot of this, the food is crazy. It's better to cook at home. It's cheaper at times. You know exactly what you're doing to your food, and it's healthier. We living in a time where, bro, food, it can be used as medicine or it can be used as your poison. You can pick and choose. Fast food is bullshit. These restaurants, you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. It's best to just cook and eat everything at home. Now, the crazy thing is, bro, Keith Lee tried to tell everybody about this situation. He had a review on the restaurant, and yeah.
One may ask themselves, why am I sitting here empty-handed at home with no food, even though I just left Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips? Health reasons, safety reasons. Hey. Both of those are true. First, let's speak about the customer service. It was terrible. I called beforehand because they are on the strip. They in the Link Promenade, and anybody that's in Vegas knows the Link Promenade from the parking lot is about a 20-minute walk. 15, give or take, if you're walking fast. I didn't want to make that walk without my food being done, so I tried to call. No answer. I walked in and immediately noticed the kitchen didn't look that clean. It was a bowl, like a metal bowl, full with 20 to 25 pieces of cooked fish that looked freezing cold. It was around open packages. It was around raw fish. It was around other customers' orders that haven't been completed yet. It made me uncomfortable. I have a shellfish allergy, so my red flags went off immediately. I didn't want to get sick. Immediately.
And rightfully so.
I'm a very observant person, so I took that into note and I went to order my food. I got 3 pieces of fish, some dirty fries that had like bacon and cilantro sauce on them, and a Biscoff shake. It sounded delicious. After I was done ordering, right before I got my total, I asked the lady, can you please make a note to the kitchen that I'm allergic to shellfish? All I wanted her to do was go tell the kitchen, hey, don't touch his fish with that lobster.
That's simple.
After you get done touching that shrimp, go wash your hands because he allergic to it. That's all I expected. She said, no, I can't do that. Everything in here is contaminated. Those were her exact words. She said the bowls, they use the exact same bowls for the fish, chicken, lobster, shrimp. They use the exact same oil for the fish, chicken, lobster, shrimp. I'm not no expert, but that sounds gross. I said, okay, so there's no way that you can make an exception and not use the same bowl that you would lobster on.
Remember, shrimp, lobster, all was it basically crustaceans are unclean. They're unclean too. They're basically roaches of the sea. They're unclean. So, yeah.
On my fish, she said, no, everything is contaminated, in a very stoic and
you know what the brother Keith Lee, right? What he said, right? You know what's because he's allergic to shellfish, and when he's getting his fish, right, he tells them, please, I'm allergic to shellfish. to make sure when he goes to places, right? He tells them, "I'm allergic to shellfish. Please make sure you don't touch anything when you're making my fish." So you know what that means, right? That means if you're a person that has no shellfish allergy, right? Like myself. And let's say you want to go to Captain D's or some type of fish restaurant and you want some salmon, right? Just salmon meal, right? That means if him, right? If somebody touches his fish and they had already touched some shellfish, that means the shellfish is going to be in the fish, which gets him sick. So that means if you go to a place and you tell them, and you don't tell them you have a shellfish allergy, that means they could touch a lobster or shrimp or anything like that and then touch your salmon, and now you're unclean because they touched it and touched your fish. So now, because of what Keith Lee said, now you gotta, when you go get your fish, now you gotta tell the person, I'm allergic to shellfish, so they won't touch their dirty crustacean hands on your salmon, your clean salmon. Ain't that crazy? You gotta make it on your own.
In cold manner. I said, okay, what about chicken? She said, no, we're going to toss the chicken in the same bowl that we tossed the lobster and the shrimp in. I gladly and kindly turned around and walked my ass out of that building.
Rightfully so.
If you want to go.
Chicken's unclean too. We live everywhere we are at. Chicken there. You rarely see salmon restaurants, cod restaurants. You don't see any lamb restaurants. You'll see beef, but beef is expensive. And then if you want, you can get ground beef, but who has time to cook ground? Like, just chicken. Like, it's so crazy. Chicken. You know what I mean? Like, chicken everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Go, be safe, be careful. I don't want nobody getting sick. God bless you.
So that was 4 years ago now. Back in 2022, it's 2026, and his restaurants are still alive, they're thriving, but he's been being called out for unhygienic things, particularly by black folks. You know what I'm saying? The people they like to call dirty and uncivilized and shit. It seems like
And I just showed you the Moors Wildman. Look at this. Look at that. They're fighting against. Look at it. Look at this. Civilized versus uncivilized.
Hey, it's always projection.
So I'm seeing a lot of people disgusted at Gordon Ramsay's reaction to the lady thinking it's okay for her dog to shit in the middle of the restaurant, but this is the same demographic responsible for the big stink. The Great Stink. Do you know what the Great Stink is? I will tell you. The Great Stink of 1858 was caused by an exceptionally hot summer baking 250 tons of untreated human waste and industrial sewage daily poured into the River Thames, which was also the city's main water source. Bathing in it, cooking with it. Hello? Drinking it. Hello? Like, the intense heat and low water levels caused the sewage to fester on the riverbanks, creating an unbearable stench so severe it forced Parliament to suspend sessions.
Like I say, bro, England and all these other white countries, they get a good ass rep because, like I say, they like to call everybody else dirty and nasty. But you hear shit like this, and we was never taught about it. You never heard about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, if the roles are reversed, bro, they have great PR. If you control the media, you control the narrative. I tell y'all this all the time. That's it for this video, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on this situation, man. Would you be cool with an animal coming into the restaurant you're eating at and using the bathroom right in front of you? Obviously, you would have concerns too, right? I think all people would. I hope you guys enjoyed, though.
Yep, that's it.